Now, one of the things that I really, really like about that song is the chorus melody, because there's this really cool slide lick that's in there that I really enjoy playing, and I think it sounds really cool in the context of the tune. So when Elmore's doing it, he's going. So it's just cool melody, right? So the melody follows the same form, D, G, A, all in that little 12-bar form. So what he's doing, starts off from the turnaround, it goes, and then there's that A that ends that phrase, right? Then what he's doing, he's sliding up to the 12th fret from F to F sharp. Okay, so he's going F to F sharp to G, A, G, and then he does a slick little slide to get D and F sharp right next to each other. Okay, so from the top it'll go. Okay, let's try it again. So from the top, real slow, it'll go. Okay. So a couple of things when you're playing a lead lick like this. If you haven't played slide a ton before, there's a couple of things that'll be really helpful for you when you're positioning the slide in order to get the kind of tight melody sound for it. One of the biggest things going to be on your picking hand is picking really tight and try to dampening as many of the strings as you can. When you're playing just with your fingers, you can kind of use some of the other fingers to hold down on the strings and just, and you can mute some of the strings that way, which is really helpful. When you're playing with a pick, it's helpful. You can still do a lot of that stuff. See how I hold with my middle and or my middle and ring fingers. I can let the ones ring out that I want, and then I use my other fingers to kind of mute them. And you can make it sound a little bit dirtier and let them ring out a little bit more, but sometimes it's harder to control the melody. Okay. Now for this melody, I'm using all downstrokes just because it's easier for me to be accurate and dig into the string. And you can mess around and figure out what works best for you. For me, I think the downstrokes work really well with this melody. So that's kind of how I approach it. So this little block, this that's all in D, so it's meant to go over this. And then it goes to the G, right? So then what we do is we take this whole thing, we take this whole cell movement that we were working on, right? But taking this and moving from the 12th position down to the 5th position, because then that'll let us play over G. Take the same melody, move it basically to a different key, so it sounds good over the G chord. So when this is going, so when it changes up, we're going. So we're just taking this whole thing and just moving it down to the 5th fret. Okay. So here it is, the 12th fret. And then down to the 5th fret. Notice it's the exact same thing. We're just going from 4th to 5th, 3rd, 5th, 3rd, 4th to 5th. One of the other things that's really helpful when you're doing this is to lay the fingers that are behind the slide, lay those down, and that'll help dampen in some of the other string noise that'll happen up here. Because even though you're not fretting the strings with the slide and just kind of holding it over it, it'll still ring out. Notice the difference? You get a lot more overtones, right? Okay, just a couple things to keep in mind. Some of the dampening, using that stuff, it'll help clean up some of that. And especially, if this is your first time you've really done a whole lot of stuff with slide, if it sounds awful, don't worry. I do not know a single person that has picked up a slide and been like, oh yeah, this is easy. It's a goofy thing. You're kind of sliding around on ice skates, basically trying to find notes and figuring out the angles and the dampening and stuff like that. Just have fun with it. It may sound awful. Just keep practicing. Trust me.